Oh, good morning, everybody. Welcome to ITHive.org's Saturday Morning Tech Show, episode 85 for May the 18th, 2019. So, before I get going here, I just wanted to say, if you're watching this live, feel free to comment, ask questions, anything. I will do my best to address that. If you're watching the recorded version of this, same thing. Comment, whatever, and I will respond and start the discussion. The whole intent of this show always is to talk about issues around tech and what tech brings to our life, the good and the bad. And that's no different with today. So today, we've covered this subject before, but social media, it's a wonderful tool that we have today, but not always that wonderful. And the thing that is, well, let's just start on the positive thing, right? So social media and technology in general allows us as human beings to communicate with one another and to interact and bring us closer together and be able to reach out and talk to people in different parts of the world and understand people that have different points of view and really build social connections and bind us human beings together and learn from each other. I know for me as a human being, if I encounter somebody that's different from me, right, that's an opportunity for growth for me, right? And that is just so important. That's what I do. That's how I live. And, you always can learn from other people. Now, unfortunately, though, with social media and in our busy lives, if you put those two things together, we don't. And there's a lot of people, I probably have been caught with this too sometimes, but there's a lot of us that don't give things enough time, right? We look at something, we read a post, and we see a word in there that disagrees with words that we might use, and then they get all excited about it and jump all over it, and really lack the time and reflection to actually think about what that overall message was, right? We're too quick nowadays to get offended and get upset and create issues, right? And this is not where we should be as human beings. If we're constantly thinking divide and conquer, somebody's out to get me, and all that stuff, right? We don't build relationships. We do the opposite. And unfortunately, social media has that downside, right? Where we and it's the human beings, really. Social media is just a tool, right? It's us as people that need to realize that we need to act better here, right? We need to understand that what somebody puts down in a text message, right, that doesn't define who they are, right? That is something that they wrote in a text message, right? It doesn't portray feeling. It doesn't portray emotion behind the post, right? So if you're reading something and you disagree with it, right, well, that's fine. But maybe spend some time and find out a little bit more about the person that posted it, right? Understand who they are as people, right? And who they are, and what they meant, and how they felt, and all that stuff, right? You know, quick judging and shaming people, you know, I don't know how that builds any kind of relationship, right? And so it's kind of counterproductive to what I said earlier, right? The pluses of social media bring us all together, right? But unfortunately, it can do the opposite too, right? And I think that we have to stop looking for things to complain about, right? there is a lot of things on in our lives today that are so important and so issues that we really should be talking about and being aware of and dealing with and acting on, right? And yet there's so many people that are out there, you know, just looking for the smallest thing to be angry about. Like, I don't know. I don't know about how you guys feel out there, but for me, as a person, as a human being, right, I try not to look for things to be upset about, right? There's enough big things that concern me, right, and that I am, are issues for me and my family, for the planet as a whole, right? And those are the things I spend my time being concerned about, right? Little, petty things I really don't have time for, and unfortunately, it we can get caught up in this trap where we're always looking for something, right, to be upset with. And I don't know, I don't think that's healthy for us mentally, right? And I don't think it's productive for us as human beings to be in that space, right? So it's just my thoughts on social media this morning, right? Again, I'll reiterate, I think it's a wonderful tool. I think that we need to focus more on the social side of social media and really start to use that to build relationships, and build bridges instead of build walls, right? Nothing gets accomplished with a wall, right? But everything gets accomplished with a bridge. All right, so anyway, that's my message for this morning, right? If you have comments and questions or anything like that, right, we're here, ITHive.org. We'll support you. We're here to make technology work better. All right, we'll talk to you later.